Here. All right, so we've got Kaz and we've got Jim in the house. That's good. And where the heck is everybody else? I don't want to change it. Here. All right, so we got, because Amy got Kaz, Jim, pause this guy. House. You go away down here, ready to go. How's everybody doing? I got a yes from Jim. Kaz?
You're frozen, Rob.
Am I?
I'm good, thank you. Happy New Day.
Yeah, thank you.
Frozen.
I'll go to my... all right, so let's go to the video. We have, what were the settings? It was adjust for light, was it general? It was the general settings. Am I frozen right now?
I could see you move.
Okay, your connection, Kaz, is just out.
Frozen. My side.
Your connection is not good. Good morning.
It could happen. We had load shedding.
Yeah, your connection is not good. Jim is fine. Amy is fine. Amy, can you see me? Am I moving? Am I cool?
Yeah, you look good to me.
All right, great, good. All right, so Kaz, I think it's on your end. You need to get a better connection. You're still frozen. All right, so let's get this show on the road. First, a little bit of shout out to our sponsors. That's right, our sponsors. Today's live class training is brought to you by, in all seriousness, the good people at Mojave Microphones. All right. These guys sent me a handheld microphone. Yes, I'm recommending it. I'm going to use it today. Dynamic mic. It's the MA-D. What's sort of cool about this is these guys have spent their entire business, for so many years has all been about big diaphragm microphones in the studio. I have one, actually. I have like a 251, Sony 251 clone from them, which is just awesome. There's a video of me giving them a product demonstration of that big, beautiful microphone. But this is the first time they've done a handheld, like a live handheld mic. So I'm gonna open it up, I'm gonna plug it in, and we're gonna then start training, okay? But we do want to give these guys a bit of, they help us do this. And they make.
Oh, that's better.
Yep.
No.
All right. This is the Mojave MA-D. I can tell you, you guys know that I'm big on mics. I collect these things. This thing is built like a hammer. It is lovely. The ergonomics fits very nicely in the hand. It is gorgeous. This is not a cheap implement. This is a higher end handheld mic. It's fantastic. And the best thing about it is the way it sounds. Now, you might not realize this on the mic. You probably guys don't, but I'll just tell you, it's got some built-in warmth to it. It's one of the things I really like about it, is it's sort of warm on the voice, which is something that you tend to kind of want with mics. And these handhelds can be sort of bright and brittle, and because the diaphragms are smaller, so that makes them a little bit brighter and brittle, and that's not always preferred. But when I plugged this in, I was really impressed by the warmth, which is what you would expect from a high-end company like this. So anyways, lovely. Thank you guys at Mojave, and thank you students for being here. Happy New Year. How's it going? How's your voice? Jim, come on.
I did not get a lot of practicing during the holidays. I gotta be honest.
You gotta be honest.
But I just warmed up.
I'm your teacher. I'm your teacher. You gotta be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I got a couple of frogs in my throat.
All right, Amy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah.
Did you get a chance to practice?
Not as much, same as Jim, but here and there.
All right, let's get after it. This is sort of all our veterans here. Okay, so it presents an opportunity to have a small class today. Allows us to really everybody gets a little bit more extra time. Okay, so before we get in, what I want to do is, if it's all right with you, I'm just going to hit the keyboard. We're going to practice. You're going to use my ears. I'm going to help you get dialed in, resonance, cry, learn the workouts, just what we're doing. Okay, if there's anything specific outside of that, day-to-day, learn how to do it, that you want to cover, then be sure to raise your hand and ask. Okay, so with that being the case, any questions since we last met? Anything that's really burning that I could answer for you? Going once, going twice. Let's train. All right, Amy, I'm volunteering you to step up, all right? Because it's kind of your turn. You've been sort of quiet and meek and mild and all that. And I want you to, it's your turn. All right, everybody will get a turn today. All right, can't hear you. I want you, if you can, I want you on your feet, but we don't want to be looking up your nose. So if you can, try to get your, your camera oriented, your framing nice and lovely, because Coach Rob is sort of anal about that. All right. Okay, cool. Can I ask you to take either your computer laptop and tilt, or your camera and tilt it so that you're filling up the frame, so that you're not doing this, because we want more Amy, less living room, because that allows us to see the musculature, breathing, other things that are going on. All right, a little better. Okay, good. Got your mic?
I don't have a mic. I just use the computer mic.
All right, okay. Is there an opportunity for you in 2023 to get some live amplification and get your game on with live amplification? I hope so. No?
Okay, yeah, I can look into it.
Okay, I want that for you. As I mentioned once before, training with amplification, yes, there's sort of a benefit. You can hear the voice better and colorations and things like that. But really, I think more than anything, it just makes it fun. It makes it fun to be able to, I mean, is this not fun? This is fun. Like, go. When the batteries are fresh. Okay, are you ready? You're ready. Let's do this. I'm going to give you a note, and what I want you to do is a track and release onset. Okay?
Okay, yeah. I have this app pulled up, Robert,
Okay.
that helps me know if I'm off pitch. I'm going to be using it just so.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's a good tool. I have an app on my phone. It's just a good old like you can get like a, little needle guy, or you can get colored lights or whatever. I highly recommend that everybody do that. Anybody, that's trying to train, if you have problems with pitch, get a little tuner app. And they're typically made for instruments, but you can use it for your voice too. And my battery, I might need to go grab a quick battery, you guys, which would be about 15 seconds if this thing crashes. All right, Amy, track and release onset. A track and release onset starts with what consonant, please?
M, N, or NG.
That's great. I'll give you a B. What kind of consonants are they? That's a family of consonants. They're called the
Nasals.
track and release onset. Give me two things. A track and release onset. Tracking, buzzing on the nasal, right? Tracking means buzzing on the nasal. Give me two things, benefits that are unique to the track and release onset. Why do we do the track and release onset right now and not attack and release right now?
I don't know if this is the right answer, but it feels more easy on the throat when I do it.
That's not the right answer, but it's a good answer. Yeah, it's a softer, it's a lighter onset. Track and release onset balances the sound pressure levels, the sound production, and the respiration. It orients it into a nice physical equilibrium and optimization in relation to what?
The chords.
the folds, not the chords. Chords are things that are plugged into vacuums. That's a chord. These things are called the what?
The folds.
Because I want you to sound cool at a cocktail party. Don't call it it's not a chord. It's never been a chord. Chords are things plugged into vacuums, or they're things you play on guitars with an H. These are folds. All right, let's go. Ready? Let me start something sort of low for a lady. Do you have your keyboard there? Go ahead and cue yourself, please.
Okay. What note?
That's your decision.
Oh, right. Maybe the middle C then?
Middle C? Okay. I mean, I prefer that you know what? No. I want you to start a little lower. Okay? You're kind of leaning into middle C because subconsciously it seems easier. Remember our last lesson we had about the female voice and going low? Right, Kaz? You're not even aware of it.
Yes, I remember.
Women tend to kind of reach a little higher subconsciously in their training and singing to frequencies that are better understood with the muscle memory and stuff on a subconscious level. So when we're training, I want you guys, the ladies, to be sort of conscientious of go to the hard part. Like go to the part that's harder because we're
Like the Fs.
Yeah.
okay, go a little lower, please.
How about the G?
That's fine. All right, I will give you one beautiful low G3 track and release onset. Your turn. Okay, that's a track and release onset. I'd give it a B minus. How can we make it better? Where's that noise coming from? The white
I
noise.
don't know.
Great. You guys hit your somebody. Kaz, can you hit your mute button, please? Thank you. All right, Amy. How can you make it better?
Maybe if I cry more into it.
Great.
Okay.
That was better, and you did cry into it. One of the reasons, one of the things that we know that she engaged in cry mode. We know that because Jim. Why do we know that we heard that there was cry mode in that? Other than that, it sounded weepier and a little stronger because we got more compression. Yes, but there was another little hint, a little clue in there that she entered in with cry mode. What was it, Jim?
Was it like a little whimper right before
That's
she
right.
started?
That's right. It had a had the little whimper inside there. Okay, so whether you're training or you're listening to amazing professionals, sometimes you'll hear them, and it's just a split second. You could be in front of the Super Bowl audience, and you'll just hear them go right, just for like a tenth of a second, and you'll hear a little whimper. That's a good sign. It means that they're setting up with elongation of the vocal folds and the compression and the reduction of pharyngeal constriction. All right, good job. Let's do it again. And good onset, good cry mode. I love the buzziness. I love the amplification behind that, but listen to your frequency first. Frequency first. Without frequency, technically it's noise. I love that. That is an A+. That is a damn good onset. Kaz, Jim, did you hear that? Yeah. Kaz, any comments on that real quick? Just help you to participate a little bit on that onset. How'd that onset, what did you like about that?
what I liked about it, it sort of, you believed her. It felt like she knew what she was doing. You could hear it clearly, and it had a nice sort of flow to it, and it was good. It was clear. But it also showed the notes. She had her pitch was right, her frequency was good. She had her embouchure was excellent. I thought her embouchure was brilliant. And I liked the way she cried into it. It was great. My personal feeling.
It was good. And she's right. She had a little bit of confidence to it. Next. Bring the resonance behind the back of the top teeth, hard palate. Okay, cue yourself up to a B flat. Keep going. I'm just going to grab the battery. Be right back. Good. Next up.
Okay. Thanks. All right.
Do another one, Amy.
Should I just do it without him? Okay.
Great. It's really good. Next note, please. Note. How's it feel? You like it?
Yeah, it feels easier on the throat compared to before. So I feel like I'm doing something right.
That's a start. You feel like you're doing something right. Now, as your teacher, I'm going to challenge you. What are you doing right? You know. What are you doing right? You got to understand this stuff.
I'm trying to cry into it, so there's that. And I feel I feel that resonance around the mouth area.
Right. When there's a lot of resonance in the throat area, where you can imagine we have the vocal folds. This is the upper vocal tract. So we have vocal folds, the supraglottal position above the vocal folds, submarine, supra. The supraglottal position, the upper vocal tract, up into the oral cavity, face, nose, all of this, right? You can imagine. When the resonance is all around here, down in here, and it's not being supported and moved up to the oral cavity, then it becomes a detriment. It adds weight to the vocal folds. That resonant energy, that formant energy needs to get up and out into the sound resonant space, the oral cavity and other bone structure of the face. It needs to get out and resonate in the sound hole of the guitar. Does this make sense? If it's just sort of tooling around here in the throat, it creates weight. The physics of it are very complicated. I'm not going to pretend to try to explain it at the moment, but it's sort of that energy, the little physical resonant energy that's just not getting out of the way and it's sort of tooling around in the throat, makes the vocal folds sort of clamp, heavy. It makes the oscillation of the vocal folds not fluid and free. It sort of weighs them down like you're sitting on it. Okay, it adds weight. It makes the oscillation cycles more clunky, and then that creates fatigue, and you're never going to get any resonance or any range or anything from that. So good. Get it up and over to the hard palate. Just to so we can pick up the bass. These are great. Keep going. Go higher. There's going to be a tendency for everyone, especially ladies, to kind of get sort of whimpery and windy and chorally sort of stuff. That's not what we're doing. This isn't choral voice. This is solo stuff, right? So we need to engage more musculature. So sort of, it sits on that belt spectrum. Okay, so as you're going higher, I want you to take the tip of the tongue and anchor it against the back of the bottom teeth. All right, get your larynx down. All right, let's get sort of like if you were lifting a weight, your muscles are going to contract. I want you to lean into it a little bit, okay? And it's going to sit your larynx down, and it's going to have a lot of sympathetic contractions, including better compression. Just make things a little better, okay? And you'll want to be conscientious of not getting too girly sounding up on top, okay? That can also happen. So ladies benefit a lot from this larynx dampening idea. So you're going to try to get a little bit of some warmth into your own acoustics, okay?
Yeah.
I know you're tracking me. All right. So can you push the tip of your tongue against back bottom teeth a little bit on that vowel? Yeah. Yeah, good. It's not super hard. It's not passive. It's, it's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're going into the hard stuff here. Ready and. Hello, Lisa. Thanks for joining us this morning. Welcome. We're just on our way. We're doing some track and release onsets with Amy. Team, meet Lisa. She's a new member.
Hi.
Have your 4 pillars of singing up and running, like have the course of the training page up and running, and your 90-day training stuff.
Yes.
Amy? So that is, it's got good strong compression, frequency is good, pitch is pretty good, onset, cry mode, I'll give you an A- on that. We got to get your larynx down. It started, like I said, it's starting getting a little early on top. And then maybe you want that sound color from time to time, perhaps. But I want you to sound a little bit beefier, okay? So watch. I'm gonna leverage my tongue, gets back to my bottom teeth, and that'll create a sympathetic contraction. Will make my larynx sort of sit down a little bit. When the larynx sort of sits down and anchors a little bit, it creates more space in the upper vocal tract I was talking about prior. Remember that? It creates more resonant space. And Lisa, if I create more resonant space on a violin, what do I get?
Yeah. I understand you, but I don't speak English very well.
That's fine. Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
God, wow. What part of Russia?
Oh?
What part of Russia? It's a big country.
From St. Petersburg.
Okay. Guys, yeah, we have a student from Russia in here right now. Okay. So if you increase the resonant space on a violin, Jim, anybody know? It's sort of a fun question. What do you get? You get a
viola.
Oh, wow.
You get a viola, Lisa. You get a viola. You get a bigger violin. You get darker sound. You get a deeper sound, right? Okay. So Amy, leverage the tip of your tongue, back of your bottom teeth. Get the larynx down a little bit. Create more resonant space, and you'll get a little bit more lower overtones in your voice. Okay. Okay. The other thing I want you to do. And this is for Kaz, this is for everybody, but for Kaz, Amy, for ladies, okay? You should be taking notes on this. Larynx, as you go into your A, we'll call that the presentation vowel, A.
Because the lyric is and eggs.
Okay, so that's our presentation vowel. But what I want you to do is sort of colorize, shade that A with a touch of as in would, could, should. Notice how is a darker color than A. A is an edging vowel. It's bright, it's ringy. Is a little bit darker. It's a curving vowel. It sits back here a little bit. So I'll do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sing. The audience needs to hear. The audience needs to understand my lyric, which is steak and eggs. Okay? But in order for me to get my larynx down and get more darkness, I'm gonna leverage my tongue, get my larynx down, and I'm gonna shade into my A a tiny bit of Nobody will notice but me and my students. Okay? That is not A, and that is not it's a hybrid. It's a cocktail. It's a mix of both. Do you hear a hint of in my A? Do you hear it, Amy?
Yeah, I hear it.
Kaz? It's challenging. You have to really tune your ears. Jim, come on.
I couldn't quite hear it. Could you possibly sing it without and then add it in and then take it out so I could hear the difference?
I will.
Are you guys hearing me okay? Is it coming through fine? Lisa, is it coming through fine?
It's kind of boomy.
Turn it down a little bit. That's this low note, this MAD, this kick-ass one. All right, I'll turn it down just a touch. Is that a little better, you guys? Whoa! Yeah!
Is that helpful?
I think so.
All right, Jim, since you're the audio engineer in the team, keep me clean on my signal, okay? If it's
Sure.
shitty, let me know. All right, Lisa, how's my English? Is it okay? Are you following okay?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right, let us know if you don't understand.
I'm following.
So we're on an F sharp 4. That's sort of in the head voice for men. It's a low note in the head voice for men. I could do this. It's okay. It's okay. But it's a little too bright. It's a little too thin. Because there's two things that are happening. From a physical perspective, I'm not getting my larynx down. I'm not creating more resonant space. So I'm not getting the viola. I'm getting a violin, not a viola. You guys understand my metaphor? Okay, that's the physical piece. The acoustic piece is it's 100% A. It's too bright. That vowel alone, A, on a high frequency becomes too bright. Can't hear you, Kaz. You're on mute.
It becomes too sharp if it's 200%. It's too sharp.
Too
Yeah.
bright. It's too bright. And if I sing a rock song with all that, I sound like a choking duck.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Not to worry. We got this. So as singers, we have to be aware of this. And what we do, one of the things that we do as trained singers is to understand how to color, blend vowel colors together so that we can get a tone that is acceptable for the audience. Right? So anyways, I will add a touch of hood to my A. First, product A first.
Hey!
Product B.
Steak and eggs! Steak and eggs! Steak and eggs! Steak and eggs! Steak and eggs!
You hear that? Is that from Russia? Do you hear that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. It's a big part of sounding great. Is get that larynx down, especially for ladies. Get that larynx down and shade in dark presentation vowel. Okay, does that make sense? That the presentation vowel is it has to be mostly A-ish. Mostly A-ish, because the audience needs to hear bacon eggs, right? It's not the lyric good. Does that make sense, you guys? It's a little abstract, but is it making sense? So as singers,
You're disappearing, Rob.
Yeah, your sound's cutting out a little.
Sound's cutting out.
all right. How am I doing now? Should I go up to this setting and make sure that I've got my audio set properly, Jim?
Yeah, it sounded like the noise suppression thing was kicking in.
It's on low. Noise suppression.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna increase my volume. How's that? Is that helpful?
Much better, much better.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Is that better?
Yeah.
I turned up my gain. Jim, since you are the engineer in the team, I'm holding you responsible on our Saturday morning show.
Okay, I just don't like interrupting you when you're in the middle of a.
Jim, I'm holding you responsible on our Saturday morning show to make sure that Coach Rob turns up his game.
Okay, you got it.
Everybody appreciates that because we've done that like 2 or 3 times and it's a bummer. All right, one more time. What we don't want.
Steak and eggs!
Sucks. What we do want.
Steak and eggs!
All right, it's more warmth. It sounds more chesty. Okay, Amy, your turn. Here we go. That's it. That's it.
Did I do the vowel?
Well, I heard you. It was a little bright and A-ish, and then at the very end, you tuned in a little bit of. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear her sort of tune it a little bit at the end? Yeah, that's cool. Do it again. Yeah, Amy, it was good. Do it again. That's better. That is not the bright, sort of girly sound. That's got a little bit of darkness, a little bit of warmth to it. Can you hear that, you guys? Yeah. So, Amy, let's do some A/B testing. Very purposely, give us the G4 with all A. All A, what we don't want. Okay, now try one with your tongue leveraging and a touch of, add a little bit of curbing vowel to it, please. Gotta move your larynx. Gotta move your larynx. Don't drop your embouchure. Need a super embouchure, madame. Super embouchure. Yeah. Get your larynx down. So we're spending a little extra time with Amy this morning because she's she didn't get a lot of airtime on our last lesson, so today is the day she gets put on the spot.
It's a little hard, this note.
Yeah, that's what happens as we go in this direction.
Yeah.
Right? You've got to get some muscle behind that, or it's going to start falling apart. Right?
Yeah.
It just starts unraveling and falling apart. Leverage to the tongue. So in the course, in the program, there's three tongue positions that I talk about. You may be familiar with. Hopefully you are. There's the open throat, just lay it forward. There's leveraging the tip of the tongue against the back of bottom teeth. A leverage position, which I've been coaching Amy on. And then there's a radical position, a third position, when we're on vowels, right? When we're on vowels, to put the tip of the tongue below the roots of the bottom teeth. All right. So in my bottom teeth, and I have on the side here, you can feel the roots, right? You can feel sort of a little bump. Yeah. Yes. Amy, do you feel that? Do you feel the roots of your bottom teeth? And it's sort of like a little bump. Okay. Put the tip of your tongue here. Dig it in. Dig the tip of the tongue in underneath the roots. Okay. Okay.
And the teeth meet, right?
Yeah, sort of. You can feel the root of your bottom teeth, right? It's bumpy. It's like a little bump. So it goes like this. It goes bloop, and then it goes into a fleshy part, sort of fleshy. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Take the tip of your tongue and dig it into the fleshy part.
Okay.
Okay. This is a great belt position. This is a great belt position when you're on vowels and you're singing high notes and you want the high notes to be chesty and big and boomy, and we all do. We all want that. Dig your tongue underneath there. It's sort of an advanced tongue leveraging position. Okay. So Amy, I want you to try it. Okay. Because you need to get some muscle behind this. All right. So we got to need to get more aggressive. It's a great belt position. All right. Horizontal on the embouchure. Less a, more a and Come into your onset with mud. You hear that? And I want you to hit it. Muscle. Let's go. As you take your embouchure and you put it into horizontal position, get your larynx down. Okay? All right. So as you go from this to the horizontal position, the larynx is coming up. All right. So you gotta hold the larynx down with the tongue. Anchor the tongue, hold the larynx down as you shape the horizontal embouchure. It's okay. Get after it. Let's go. Fine. Next one, please. That's one. Horizontal, please. Don't drop your jaw too much. Horizontal. you hear how it's a little more, got more energy? It's
Yeah.
it's getting there. It's going somewhere. It's not girly. It's not weak. It's belty. It's belty. It's what we want. Okay? Get after it. Okay, great. So we've worked all the way up 2 octaves on the track and release onset. Okay?
Yeah.
Yep. Now, class, is it okay if I stay with Amy for a moment? I want to do attack and release onsets and then begin descending down with the descending glissandos. Yeah? Cool? All right. So everybody watch this. Lisa, watch what we're doing. We're not only going through technique and the vowels and all that, but what you're witnessing is how to practice. Okay? Just like how to get good practice in. Okay? So one of the things that we do is we start with the onsets, and we use the onsets to kind of tune, get the larynx down, get the pitch right, get all the elements, all the techniques inside the onset package optimized. Make sense, guys? Okay, and we work up an octave or 2. Lisa, always go through the passaggio. Always go through the vocal break and get to the head voice. Okay? Understand, everybody? So then we work up, and the idea is by the time we get to that top note, the onsets are better. We're coordinated, we're warmed up, the onsets are good, are better. So then what we want to do is oftentimes at that point where track and release coming off the nasal is a soft onset. It's a soft onset. It's okay early on in your practice. But we've been doing that. Now we're up to the I guess what the A4. What I'm going to do with Amy is I'm now going to change my onset. I'm going to change my onset to a more aggressive onset now that she's warmed up. Okay? And it's an aggressive onset that will help build belting voice. It's going to increase the compression and the musculature and the endurance for belting. Okay? So we work our way up, and now we're going to do an aggressive onset. Anybody, pop quiz, anybody, tell me what, we have a couple, there's a couple good answers here. What is an aggressive onset that you probably are going to, that you would predict that I'm going to ask Amy to go to? Any one of you? Kaz?
Attack and release and dampener release.
Exactly. Smacking into vowels, straight into vowels, and or onsets off of plosives. Okay? So Lisa, when I say plosives, this is sort of phonetic stuff, okay? When I say plosives, what are plosives? Lisa, what is a plosive?
Pulses. Yes.
Nope. That is vocal fry. That's vocal fry. Okay. So I'll give you another chance. That's vocal fry. That's good. That is the pulse and release onset is the vocal fry. Vocal fry in academic groups is more properly referred to as pulse register.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay. So I understand why you're confused on that. I said plosive. What is a plosive? Lisa.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, Kaz, what is a plosive?
Plosives are when you do Ks, Ds, Bs. It's like you go, woman, da, babe.
It's not a great explanation, but I do understand that you. Jim, can you give us a better explanation, or Amy, can you give us a better definition of what a plosive is?
I thought it was the B's and the P's.
Getting a little better. Amy?
What I thought too. I remember the B.
Okay. You're all correct, but I can't give you an A. All right? Plosives are a family. They're a family of consonants. Okay? They're a family of consonants. It's like the nasals. The nasals are a family of consonants. Plosives are another family of consonants in phonetics that are characterized by the fact that they explode. Plosive, explosive, explosive, plosive. They explode. Ba, da, ta, ka, ja. In Russian, there might be other plosive consonants that we don't use in English, but it would still be a plosive. Okay? So that's all very geeky and interesting. How does that apply to our training? When I come off of an onset in my training off a plosive, I harness that explosive energy, and that explosive energy makes the musculature in my voice anchor. It makes it strong. Okay? Make sense? All right. So we are not going to do the plosive. Amy, if we did the plosive, that would be good. That would be okay. But there's another onset that's more aggressive than the plosive. The most aggressive one is what, Jim?
Attack and release.
That's right, coming straight into a vowel. Notice, Lisa, it's not a consonant, it's a vowel. So if we smack straight into vowels, it's very aggressive and it's great for belting. It's very aggressive and it builds. It's one of the best things you can do for your voice, you guys. I'm telling you. It's one of the best things you can do to get radical, immediate progress out of your voice in 4 weeks. Start doing attack and release onsets after you're warmed up. Make sense? Lisa, are you tracking me? Good? You getting it?
Why? I'm not listening.
Are you okay?
Yes, bad connect. No, normal.
Okay, so onset is how we begin.
Onset is the beginning of the.
In the program, yes, onsets is how we start, and it makes everything after the onset better. But we have different onsets in the training program that are designed to do the same. Okay.
I seen just track and release onset, but I don't seen others.
I understand. You saw that you trained the track and release onset first.
Yes.
Everybody does that first. So anyways, so homework class, attack and release onset. I want you guys to study the attack and release onset and the dampen and release onset. Can we do that? Lisa, take notes.
Yes, I remember.
Okay.
Attack and release onset.
And the plosive. All right. Amy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the vowel, we could attack into any vowel, it would be fine. Okay. But for now, we'll stay with A. Okay. A with a little bit of just for now. Okay. All right. So I want 5 attack and release onsets, one after the other. Okay. Now there's one thing, it could fatigue your voice. Attack and release onset could fatigue your voice if you don't do what, Amy?
I guess if you don't cry into it.
That's right. If you don't engage cry mode on the attack and release onset, you're going to get tired. You're going to fatigue your voice. If you cry into the vowel, you can do it all day long. all day long. All day long. Ready, Amy? Here we go. 5 attack and release onsets. Ready, and
Hey, 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 hey.
that's right. That's exactly it. On the 5th one, I want you to sustain. All right, here we go. Ready, and
Hey, 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 hey.
that is where we're going. That is the power that we're going to harness. All right, that's it. Now you know it. Just take note. Situational awareness, Amy.
Mhm.
Oh, I have to really work at this. This is very physical. Yes, it's very physical.
Yeah.
If you're belting, if you're a soloist, if you're singing in a choir, it's not. But if you're doing this, you're holding one of these in your hands in front of a band or something, it's much more physical. Okay? All right. That was great. Let's do it again. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to do it 5 times. And on the fifth sustained attack and release onset, you're gonna hold that, and you're gonna go down 5 notes on the siren. Watch me. And the game becomes to take all the benefits that come from those onsets and bring them and move them down in frequency, which makes the body calibrate, makes the voice calibrate, and maintain the integrity all the way down. Ready? And
Hey, 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 hey.
excellent. We don't talk much about it, but there is an offset as well. All right. So make sure that when you end with confidence and punctuation. Okay?
Hey, 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 hey.
Good job. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey.
There you go. I want you to dampen your larynx more. Leverage your tongue. Get your larynx down, please.
Hey, 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 hey.
Great cry mode. Great low note.
Okay.
That
Wow.
low note is new to you. I know, isn't it? It's sort of new to you, that low note. A little bit. But it's cool. It's there.
It's pretty low, yeah.
No, it's not actually. It's low, but it's not pretty low.
Okay. For
We're
me,
gonna-
it's
We're
new
gonna
to
get pretty low.
it's low for me, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. Guess what, Amy? Guess what?
What?
Here we go. Ready and go.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yay!
Hey.
Actually, quite a beautiful low voice. Your low voice is very pretty. Now, if we had more time, I would continue on with Amy. We would go all the way down to probably at least a low G. Okay? So what we've seen here, class, is we've seen an onset. We started with a light onset, the track and release onset that comes off of nasals. We made sure that that onset, it was surgical. It was we were very serious about it. And we made sure that that onset had the right pitch. We made sure that that onset had the super embouchure, madame. We made certain that that onset had what, Jim? Give me something else. What did it have? What did it need? Come on, Jim. There's like 8 things. Anything. Can't hear you.
Cry mode?
Damn right, it's had cry mode. Well, Cass, what else did it have? Perhaps.
Opening up larynx.
Excellent. Lisa, what else did it have, perhaps?
I don't understand now.
There's probably 5 correct answers. The onset has a whole bunch of techniques and things that we're thinking about to make it perfect. We've got, so far we've got frequency, dampen the larynx, cry mode, the nasal, what else?
Twang.
Twang, yes. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Twang, yes, yes. The cry mode helps us get better twang, but yes, I'll take that twang. Also, we chose a vowel. We consciously chose to train A. Okay? We from a mental perspective, we were confident. We were looking out the window. We were not feeling fear. We were feeling brave. You know, that's also part of training and singing, right? Amy was on her feet. She wasn't sitting down. That's good. You could even say, Amy wasn't, but we could even say, I was amplified. You know, that's having amplification is part of the onset package. You know, the technology. Lisa?
You mean anchor? I don't understand.
That's okay. What I'm doing right now is I'm talking about the technique inside the onset. Yes. And we're just having fun. We're just saying, what are the things, 5 or 6 things inside an onset that makes them good?
Anchoring.
Anchoring?
Anchoring?
Mhm.
Is one
Yeah,
of the...
Yes. Yes, that's a good answer. Anchoring is the larynx dampening. So larynx dampening and anchoring kind of mean the same thing, but that's a good answer. It's a good answer, yes. All right, so we did that all the way up through the vocal break. Always through the vocal break. If we're not going through the vocal break, we're not having a proper voice lesson. Okay, it's not chest voice training. Okay, we're trying to build range. And this is the hard stuff, isn't it? So this is what we need. So through the vocal break, then we increased, we've got a more aggressive onset, the attack and release onset, smacked into vowels, and did melodic fifths down. Okay? If you just do that after you warm up with good cry mode, your voice will just, I can tell you guys 4 things that radically made my singing and my voice better more than anything. A lot of things made my voice better and understood how it works, but 4 things threw me forward in 4 weeks beyond. 1, getting my resonance behind the back of my top teeth, getting the resonance forward to the hard palate. 2, the plosive, the dampen and release onset, dampening the larynx and doing onsets off plosives. 3, got even better. doing attack and release onsets, crashing into vowels. Nothing changed my voice more. Well, one other thing changed my voice even more than crashing into vowels, which was a huge, huge win for me and my students. And the fourth thing was, Amy, what was the fourth thing? Come on now.
Cry mode?
Yes. Write this down. Resonance forward, training on plosives, dampen and release on them. Training on vowels, attack and release onsets. And cry mode. Crying into the onset. Lisa, do you understand?
Yes.
That's not the whole story, but if you guys did those four things and you were conscientious of it, I believe me, you're gonna just radically change your voice. Amy, thank you for letting us work with you today and putting you on the spot. You did a really good job.
Thank you so much. That was super helpful, Robert.
You're welcome. I want you to know that you have a really gorgeous, beautiful low voice. You really do. And so you need to work in this direction and bring that out. And it's just a matter of learning to hear it. Right? And when you're on top, for ladies in general, but some more than others, when you're on top, I want you to smack it. Okay? I want you to get after it. Believe me. And it's okay. You won't hurt your voice as long as you're in cry mode and you have good resonance. As long as you have good resonance, forward resonance, and you're in cry mode, and your voice will grow. You'll be this little body with this great big voice. You'll be blowing people away.
Thank you. That's really, really helpful. I was so scared of going up that strong, Robert. So doing it with you, I think now I have the confidence to kind of practice on my own.
That's a big problem in voice training. It's a big problem where it comes from different sources. It comes from different sources, different ideas and things, but it all leads to the same problem, and that is fear. There's a lot of techniques and things that are being taught out there that create fear in the singer, fear of hurting my voice. And unfortunately, getting aggressive, like what we did today, glottal attacks, attack and release onsets, is something that a lot of voice coaches, oh no, don't do that. I was one of those coaches for many years. I was. I believed in that. And one day in my studio, I thought to myself, I'm a good singer, but I should be better. I'm Robert, voice coach, etc. I should be better. I'm struggling. Just like my students do sometimes. What is the problem? I asked myself. And I had done everything, all the stuff, and good singer, made progress, but not quite there yet. And there was a day I said to myself, from this day forward, I'm going to start doing glottal attacks. There's some research that I did that took me to that, which I'm not going to get into, but I thought, you know what? I got nothing to lose. If I get tired and I hurt myself, I'll stop. It'll be okay. But right now, I'm going to experiment with smacking into vowels with cry mode and a good warm-up. Okay? I'm just going to see what happens. I have nothing to lose. So I started doing it. So I'm in my studio in Seattle by myself, training like my students, up till midnight. Bang, 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 for about 4 weeks. I go into singing Journey songs and a whole bunch of songs that I want to sing, and I've never sung them better in my life. Never sing them better. 4 weeks later, by myself at midnight in my lonely studio. And I'm like, singing songs I've been wanting to sing better since I was 15 years old. I dropped on my knees. I fell on my knees at 12:30 midnight in my studio by myself with tears. A lifetime of trying to get there. And all I needed to do was build more strength and endurance through glottal attacks. Well, maybe that's not all I need to do, but that was a big help. I also need cry mode and other things, right? But it was like a big breakthrough. Okay, so I'm sharing that with you because it's a true story. Fell on my knees, tears in my eyes. I'm like, I did it. I did it. I won the Olympic gold. I finally did it. Now I understand. Now I understand. All of that, play it safe. You know, don't do glottal attacks, don't get aggressive. All of that through the years has been holding me back. I believed in something that wasn't true. It's a big problem in the vocal training business right now. It's a huge problem. And students need to get aggressive. They need to hit it. They need to get aggressive, provided that you have good vowels and cry mode. All right. You guys are fun. Thank you for coming. And those of you that didn't get a chance to vocalize today, we'll flip back and give you a chance to vocalize next week. I just think that Amy was doing a good job for us, and she deserves some airtime. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. And Lisa, we'd love to have you here. It's really exciting to have someone from Russia that's sort of exotic and sort of.
Thank you very much. Your course is great. I can't sing better in 2 weeks, and it's amazing. I love your course, and it's very it's for me it's amazing.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing.
I don't speak very well in English, but I understand you, and
Yeah.
I hope I can to speak better.
You're awesome. Isn't she sweet? Isn't she sweet? I mean, that is just so awesome. There's somebody from Russia right now, you know, and we're getting some progress over in Russia. You know, that's great. Well, we love you. Thank you for being here, and I want to see you in our next session. Okay, everybody understands their homework. Okay, understand your homework. Yeah. Okay, and send me questions during the week if you have questions. You know, hey Robert, I'm trying it or whatever. That's fine too. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for that story about attack and release.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was Wheel in the Sky. No, yeah, no, not Wheel in the Sky. The other one, Lights. It was Lights by Journey, Take Hold of Flame by Queensryche, and that was all I needed. I sang those 2 songs. I was like, holy mackerel, I've made it.
Yeah, I want that. I want that.
Right. Lisa, you looked like you had a question. Do you have a question before we go? No?
My question.
Yeah. Do you have a question?
I have one question, if you understand me. If I do a smile, my jaw is very I have
It's locked. Is it locked?
Yes, it's как сказать? Wow, сейчас. Wow.
Yeah, pull up the app.
one second.
By the way, you have a really cool microphone company.
I forgot all the words because I'm confused.
Go to the app. Go to the app.
I forgot all I teaching learn English. I forgot all words that I know.
Locked. Hey, you guys, you can leave if you want to split.
I have a compress in my lower jaw. If I get a smile, I don't understand how to
Tension?
Yeah.
yes, tension in my jaw if I have a smile or snile.
Okay. Only for now. Only for now. Not, hang on. We'll have some fun here. Hang on. Ba, 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 ba. Google Translate. This is going to be fun. Go to Google Translate from English to Russian.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, this is so fun. I love this. I do this with I've done this for years. Okay, so here we go. And you continue to change. You ready? You ready? Okay, here we go.
Если продолжать тренировать горизонтальный амбушюр, напряжение уйдет. Вы просто должны работать.
Thank you. I understand. Yes. Thank you very much. You may say, I understand you.
Yep. I understand.
Well, but I understand what are you speaking.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. That's good. And
Добро пожаловать. Пожалуйста, приходите на нашу следующую сессию через 2 недели.
Oh, yes. Of course. Of course I do.
Are we fun or what? This is awesome. Jim looks like.
And I watch the next videos in this time.
That's not a Brooklyn dialect. Jim. Okay. All right. So I love you guys. We're having fun. Go practice. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.